We find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The first quarter of the season already in the rear-view mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. They'll start this drive out on the ground, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside, but he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Here's Smith. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13. Now Gino. That one complete to Trey Tucker. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that's going to make it 4th down. After last week's loss, you bet this offense probably wanted to come out with a little more fire than a 3-and-out.
And I'm sure that people are saying, hey, come on, Coach, what was the pregame talk? Have these guys ready to go? But you and I both know it goes into preparation and practice and being ready to go. That gives you the confidence to come out and play. They've got to find that and fast.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 55-yard punt, 11 on the return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run. This is Gus Edwards. And the defense closes quickly there, and he'll get maybe a yard to the 33.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9. A first carry now for Jaleel McLaughlin. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. You look at this Raiders defense. And they've played well against the pass, currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5. That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
On is the punter, Johnston now, as he sends this one away. That one hit right at the 9, but he couldn't get it to check up. It goes into the end zone for a touchback. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Bowers. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down.
And Bowers is clearly the top tight end in college football over his 3 seasons at Georgia. And I applaud the Raiders for not letting Michael Mayer's selection a year ago prevent them from adding to their riches at that position.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing now is Geno. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Geno now to throw. No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down. Well, a tough situation to overcome here. 3rd and 17. A shotgun snap for Smith. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
That certainly looks like nothing to show now from these first 2 possessions. And guess what? When you're on a losing streak, that can lead to a full sense of, here we go again. So on the sidelines, the offensive play callers, quarterback, they've got to get together and dial something up to start their next drive. Otherwise, it could be a long game.
That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
At their own 37-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And a 3 and out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here. 1st and 10. Now they'll audible to something else.
Here we go, set. Street.
Edwards now on 1st and 10. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. The Broncos had 2-2 through the first 4 weeks of the season. They come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
From the 47, it's 2nd and 5.
Lightning 18. Go.
A quick throw into the hands of Rager. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down. Zero hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, turn into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
The give is to McLaughlin. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Smash, smash. Reload, reload. Hey, check that. Street. Set up.
They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Broncos get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. This is a crew. They've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you really have. You're in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. You know, get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right.
And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Now Smith.
That's to the left side where he's got Bowers.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
Third down and 1.
Back to throw, Smith.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field.
No more. What's up? Hey, trio left.
Smith. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
When you look at this Bronco defense,
They're a top 5 unit right now against the pass in the league. In fact, they sit at number 5.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
Smith now to throw.
they'll get the tight end Bowers involved there.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
That's to Bowers once again.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
Now 2nd and 9.
Check 59, check 59, check 58. Gas left, gas left. Here we go.
Now it's Smith.
Short throw caught by Bowers.
And he's taken down inside the 30. That'll give him 60 yards receiving now as he's got a first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go. Line.
Smith.
That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Well, good hands there defensively. And it's 2nd down.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
13 next. Here we go. 53. 53.
From the gun, here's Smith.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way, a dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. From the gun on 3rd down, Smith.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And now Smith going to change the play.
Back to throw again. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Brandon Jones picking it off. And the Broncos force the turnover, and they'll take over at the 10. CD, when he went to throw that, I'm not sure if he just didn't see where the defense was. Whatever the case, not the throw you're looking for on 1st and goal.
Not at all, because, look, let's face it, that close to the goal line, if you throw an interception, it's going to hurt on any down. But really, the only down you can kind of live with is if you do it on 4th down. The first 3, if you don't have it wide open, just get rid of it. Make sure they can't get it and live to fight another down. 1st and goal, and you throw the pick, not good at all.
So they say no to the penalty. The incompletion stands. It'll be 2nd and 10.
And what they want to do is go ahead and take those downs away from them. You never want to give extra snaps to any offense. That's how you get hurt.
Now it's Nix.
This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. But he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back.
On play action, here's Nix. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race.
Inside the 10.
And all the way home for a Bronco score. Evan Ingram, his 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Broncos have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Charles, that was a heck of a play.
It truly was, because when he made that catch, he had to shake through some people, right? So that play, to me, a highlight film that should be accompanied by bass music, right? I mean, boom, 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 and he finds his way to the end zone. Terrific play.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. To throw is Smith.
Pass complete right side to Bowers. Finding room at midfield.
And finally marked down at the 42-yard line. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
There we go, to no one. Hey, it's a clip. No ball, no ball. Tuesday right here. Hey, go flip her up, flip her up. Push up.
Here's Smith.
That's into the hands of his tight end Bowers.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line.
Cut. Middle.
Out of the gun, Smith. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line.
Nick Bonito in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning.
Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long.
Check 59, cover. Check 58. Catch left.
Throwing is Smith. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Oh, nice defensive effort there, providing the hit as the ball got to the receiver, separates him from the catch, and normally he's a sure-handed target.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38.
And while all of that was going on with a sack, it appears, unfortunately, we have an injured player.
We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
They'll go for it. O'Connell.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Broncos will take over on downs. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Now they'll change things up.
Complete out to Samuel on the quick throw. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. A very solid gain of 27.
I know that no game in the NFL is ever easy, but they're making it look that way. Everything is being done with such precision. Just on this drive alone, 3 plays, 3 first downs. If you're on defense, you're scrambling, looking at each other, trying to figure out how are we going to slow these guys down.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. Edwards trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1. Calling a gain of 2 as they're knocking on the door now. 3rd and goal.
Here we go, set. 60 Eagle, 60 Eagle. Go trap, go trap.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown.
Reggie Gilliam,
his first touchdown on the year.
And the Broncos will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Well, I don't think that we're ready yet to say the route is on, but they have certainly looked near flawless here in this first half, and now an extra point away from making it 21-0.
Yeah, and your experience led you to say that because we have both seen those 21-0 leads come and go in this league, but this one feels pretty darn secure. And here's the other part. Even when people chip away at it, it forces you into being almost perfect on the other side, doesn't it, in order to try and mount a comeback.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Over the middle, complete. It's Bowers. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That goes for a gain of 31.
So often when we're watching a football game, we see one with a lot of ebbs and flows, and this one is no different. And sometimes you just need a big play to wake you up a bit. And they get one right there. That shot of caffeine this offense was looking for.
49, flip her off, 49. Hey, it's a clip.
That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
Raiders nothing.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff, and the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
Go! 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Check, hurt. Check, go.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
They go to Johnson again. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Off the play fake, here's Nix.
Open man is Samuel, complete.
And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
A give for Edwards running right. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
And now they'll shift things around. Nix to the air. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
And that is exactly what you needed defensively. It's a long road back from here. But that's a good start to the second half as they force a punting situation and a 4th down.
He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. And this will be blown dead right around the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Hey, here we go, hey. Here we go, sir.
Here's Smith. He finds his man, complete. That's Bowers. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
And Smith here, an audible at the line.
Hey, go flip her up, flip her up. You want some?
Now Gino.
Oh, what a read on the outside as it's intercepted. Picked up by Riley Moss. And the Broncos are going to take possession here at their own 33. Well, things just kind of continuing to unravel for them here in the second half. They take the shot downfield, but this defense, once again, up to the task.
Well, this is where you think about the old phrase, desperate times call for desperate measures, because they've got nothing on the scoreboard, and they're just trying to get something, anything to go their way. But in this case, they turn the ball over.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got...
Oh, and now some space to operate. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Check, Bobcat. Here we go, here we go. Hurt. Go.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Tackle made by Tyree Wilson. 2nd and 10 now. 3rd quarter action in Denver.
At their 48-yard line.
19. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. 3 Lion. Take go.
They'll go play action with Nix.
Trying to lay one up deep. And this is going to be intercepted.
Jacorian Bennett has it. And the Raiders will take over possession here up at the 44. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game.
No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Throwing now is Geno.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. They set themselves behind the chains, trying to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Up the middle, it's Edwards.
Max Crosby, the one who got in there for the stop.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Here's Nix.
Finds his big tight end, Mo Alley Cox. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. First target, first catch, and a first down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Well, looks like they'll move things around here.
Up the middle, here's Edwards. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge.
To throw is Nix.
He gets this one to Johnson. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
McLaughlin will score. Touchdown, Broncos.
Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Gino now to throw. That's going to be caught. It's Jacoby Myers. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Smith. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Riley Moss. And the Broncos are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Well, offensively, Charles, hard to put a silver lining on this one. No secret that they had to take chances with a score where it is, and it leads to a turnover.
I love how you paint the picture, partner, because you're exactly right about that one. Look at the empty stares on that sideline. This is one of those games we just want to go crawl under a rock until it's over.
They'll come up 2nd and 7.
At the 40-yard line.
Again, it's Johnson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing Nix. Oh, and that is incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away.
And good coverage there by the punt team. They're able to get down there and drop him with authority. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
And this is a situation where as a head coach, you're just saying, what else could go wrong? Let's get it all out of our system, please. This has been a sloppy game throughout. The execution has been lacking. A lot of mistakes, both mental and physical. And here's a big play that goes by the wayside.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5.
That is caught. Room here to run.
And they work this well upfield across the 45.
No ball, no ball. Hey, alert.
Smith now to throw.
That's to Bowers once again.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it'll be 2nd down.
Smith going to move him around.
Back to throw again. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked off by Quan Alexander.
And the Broncos will take over possession here up at the 44.
And I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
55 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
They just look like they're having fun out there. Big lead. There's another big play on the big run. I mean, they can't be stopped.
I'm a little bit older than you, as you well know, partner, and you tend to tell me that all the time. But there used to be a big-time song, and the lyric was, "Summertime and the living is easy." Right now, it's football time, and the running is easy for this crew.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for second down.
19, Tiger. Bring it. Hey, hey. Check that. Street. Hut.
On the handoff, Edwards. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. They'll try and run for the first with Edwards. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Here we go. Hey, check that. Street. Ready?
On the handoff, McLaughlin.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 17-yard line.
A carry for McLaughlin.
And they'll get him down right around the 16. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Now a handoff, Edwards. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
Justin Tucker on for the field goal. A 30-yard attempt.
Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, no field goal attempts for him until the final quarter, but no hesitation on his end. He comes right out and nails his first field goal try.
And give him a lot of credit, too, because he stood there the entire ball game, but has managed to stay with it both mentally and physically. When they called on him, he was ready, and he knocked it through the posts.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play.
Check 58.
Smith. And my goodness, another interception.
And the Broncos are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. So this one will wind up a